Something that I love to do when I DIY is make DIYs that I can use year-round, multi-purpose for every season. In today's video, we're gonna be doing just that. So if you guys would like to see how I make risers for decor 4 different ways, then stay tuned because that's coming up. Hi guys, my name is Annalie and welcome to my DIY channel. As I mentioned before, we're going to be doing a few Christmas projects along with risers that we can use to elevate our decor and also use them year-round because they don't have to be used just for Christmas. How many of you were wondering if I was going to get a Christmas video out this year? I was wondering if I was going to get a Christmas video out this year, you guys. Here it is. And I also think I'm going to be able to get at least 1, if not 2 more videos out this Christmas season before everybody is sick of seeing Christmas. Hopefully, crossing my fingers. So,
okay, so Dollar Tree right now, guys. Am I right? I found these wooden bead ring wreaths. Of course, I had to have like 5 of them. So I brought them home and I got them just for the beads. But I also thought since it was already in this circular shape, that it would make the cutest wreath, because I have seen where they make these wreaths where you use them with either beads or the cute ping pong balls and put them on and make them just very beautiful. But I thought this would make a very beautiful Christmas wreath. So I am staining it in the color, the color of stain by Minwax called Provincial. It's one of my favorite colors. I use it a lot besides the Jacobian color. These picks that I got right here are actually from Walmart for $1. I really feel like Walmart has continued to step up their floral game. And so this worked out really well to get these because they actually are a little bit more quality than the Dollar Tree, and they're only 97 cents at Walmart. So I just did a couple of these, and you can see here that I am hot gluing everything to the bottom of this. I didn't want to cover up too much of the wreath because I wanted to be able to see the beads. I also did do some of the, I also wanted to give it a little bit of a Christmassy look. Well, that's not true. Like a farmhouse look, because you guys know that I distress everything. So I did put some white chalk paint on the beads just with a chippy brush so that it was very uneven and distressed. And then I just did some pine cones and a twine bow. And that was it for this DIY, you guys. Seriously, like how fast was that? I mean, I know I sped it up, but it was so fast to make. Such a quick, easy, beautiful DIY. This next one is just this sign that you saw from the Dollar Tree. It's one of their ones that I got from Summer, and using the back side, I gave this a full 2 layers of white chalk paint in the Waverly brand and let that dry well in between layers. Using my Cricut, I did cut out this vinyl stencil. I love that it's white because you have white on white, so you can't see it until right here. But the first thing I did with my stencil is I put a layer of Mod Podge down to seal the stencil. I know some of you have said that this doesn't work well for you, but so far I have had such good success with this, with not bleeding with my stencils. So once that was dry, I then pounced on some black chalk paint in the color ink, and then peeled this off, and we have the layers from this Christmas. Wow, the lines from the this Christmas song right here. I actually saw this on, I want to say Pinterest. Forgive me, I want to give the correct credit. I believe it was Pinterest. So right here, I'm just measuring it out to make sure that I can get the sides really even. And I just used some scrap wood. This would work really well if you used like some square dowels from Home Depot. I just cut them down to size, and I do love to miter my edges, but every once in a while, I also love to just give the, I don't even know what it's called, the boxy look, where I just measure it out and then put the 2 pieces of wood on the inside of the frame. That's probably not the best description, but I went ahead and did that. I painted it with a very dry brush technique with white, and then distressed it more with brown over top so that it looked very rustic and distressed. And then right here, I am using some clamps that you can get from the automotive section in the Dollar Tree to hold it in place. And then with some very short staples, I believe they're like 3/4 inch long, I am just using my pneumatic gun to staple these on. You don't need to use one of those. You could just easily glue it. I just like the idea of how quick and easy that was for me to use that, but hot glue would honestly work just fine. But that was it for this DIY, you guys. This really was quick, easy, fast, and I love what it adds. You can see right here that I did add just a little bit more. I did some light brushing. This sometimes is when I probably should leave well enough alone. I ended up going back in because I wanted it to be a little bit darker because the words were so dark. And so I don't hate it, don't get me wrong. But as I'm watching it, I'm like, it probably was fine without me going in and adding more. But I really do love it just the way that it is with the darkness around the frame as well as with the words. Okay, let's get into the DIY risers. So these are two of the wooden oval two of the wooden ovals from Dollar Tree, and I thought I had footage of me staining them, but I have stained them in the color Provincial by WinMax stain, and they are dry. And then fun little hack that you guys may already be aware of, but the bead garlands that are available at Walmart during Christmas time are such an awesome find, because you can get a lot of wooden beads that are already painted and ready to go at Walmart right now for only like $7 a strand. So awesome. So that's what one of these strands are from. They're from Walmart, and so I just went ahead and lined these out, and I'm hot gluing these in place. I did put 3 beads in the middle just to kind of give some support to the riser to hold it up in the middle, and so I glued those on. The last bead didn't fit, so I was just showing you a close-up right there about how I sanded it on both edges to make sure that it looked really cohesive all the way around. And then using more hot glue, I just sandwiched these together so that you could see these cute beads coming through right here. I've seen this in so many looks. I know that so many people are doing this. So many risers have this beautiful look, and I don't have any of them. So I just wanted to make a bunch for myself. So now these are the square planks that you can get from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of like 8, I believe. And so I wanted to do some variations of this. So you see that I am painting some of them white with Waverly White chalk paint, and here in a minute you'll see that I will be staining some of them in the color Provincial again. Everything that I stain in this video, I believe I will be using in the color Provincial, but if not, I will leave the color linked down below for you guys. Right here, yes, staining, okay. And so I made sure to let them dry really well so that the hot glue would stick to the wood. And then I wanted to stain some beads. There's probably a faster way to do this. I know I've seen methods to paint / stain beads with bags, like little sandwich bags or Ziploc bags, but I was just really lazy and put some gloves on and stained the beads that way, dried them off really good, and then let them dry. So we're going to be doing the same technique throughout most of these risers, not all of them, but for like the next 2, I believe. And we'll be gluing the beads all the way around. I believe for these square ones, I used about 28 beads total, and I cannot remember how many beads I used for the oval one, but it really didn't take that many beads. These beads are still from that garland that I used from Walmart. I just used the natural beads and ended up staining them. So you can see that I'm just gluing them on, trying to make sure that they all fit, putting them in place so that they look really good and they don't look like they're kind of cramped in there. And then I did put some hot glue on there. The Gorilla Glue really does a good job to hold these risers together and just sandwich them on in place. So there were those 2. In just a minute, you will see me put the feet on them, but moving on. This was another little wood round that I got from the Dollar Tree around the springtime. It had a cute flower print on it, but I went ahead and I just painted this white with Waverly chalk paint. And then using some half beads that I picked up on Amazon, I can have them linked down below for you guys. I just went ahead and I glued these around the outer rim of this because this was a whiter base. So this worked perfectly for this side of the half beads. This is another look that I've been seeing a lot, and it's just so pretty right now, you guys. I love that these risers can be used for Christmas decor, but also after Christmas because they're in neutral colors, just white and stained wood. You can use them year round, but they give such a pretty look to all of your styles throughout the year. So I went ahead and I went through all of the beads all the way around, and then made sure that I painted everything white with Waverly White chalk paint. I'm gonna let that dry really good, and then of course, you guys know me, I went ahead and distressed it a little bit, but you guys don't have to do this. You guys can leave it white or whatever color you decide to paint it. You guys can leave it because I think it would look really pretty with like a chic, elegant look as well. But I just like that you can see a little bit more of the definition of the beads with some of the distressing that I did right here. That's why you can see that I'm going in between each individual one of the beads. And then anywhere that I kind of went in with a heavy hand, I just went in and muted a little bit with sanding it off. This little wood piece right here is from the Dollar Tree. I got this forever ago, but they still sell them right now, I believe, in various sizes. So another way to show you a riser, which is really easy to do, is this is literally like 2 steps, not 2 steps, but I guess 2 items, because I will be using some beads for the feet. You guys, this is how lazy I am. I even have a heat gun now, and I was too lazy to take the sticker off the bottom of that. I know, terrible. Here are the pieces that I'm going to be using for all of the feet, for all of the different risers. I guess not all of them, because I do use beads for the really, really small ones. But this is just a large round dowel that you can get from Home Depot. They're the ones that you use for like closets, when you want to put dowels in closets to hang clothes on. They're like, it's like that big. You can get those. You can also get them off of like broom handles. If you don't want to go that big, a plunger from the Dollar Tree would also work really well. But I just stained them so that they would match the same colors, or even some of them I believe I did some contrast. But I just used some super glue gel and then some hot glue to glue these on the bottom of my riser as these little feet. And I really wanted them to show through, so I tried to put them as close to the edge as possible. Here's the smaller risers that I was talking about. These were so easy. I truly just used the already painted white beads that were on that garland from Walmart, and I just glued 4 of them in place so that it was nice and even. And that was literally it for this one and the other small riser that you'll see here in just a minute. Again, here with the laziness, you can see the sticker, you guys. It would have been so easy to, actually it wouldn't have been easy. I take that back. With the heat gun, they really are a lot easier. So I should have just done it, but I didn't even want to mess with it. I ended up gluing all of these beads in place. I thought about just doing 4 originally, but I didn't want it to be not supported on the ends in case I did put anything heavy on it. I don't plan to, but just in case. Well, and plus I thought that it looked a little bit better to have the beads on the edges there. Right here, I'm doing a little bit of contrast. I'm doing the stained square feet on the white, and I think I used the stained on the stained as well, but just to give it a little bit of contrast. This was just also left over from square wooden dowels from Home Depot. I just cut them down to size, and I did do these different sizes so that you get 2 different heights on these square ones anyway. Okay. This one right here, I tried so hard to just leave it, and I couldn't do it. I just felt like it needed to break up so much of the stained color. And so using a chippy brush right here that you can get from the Dollar Tree, I just used some Waverly white chalk paint. I really tried to do like a light hand, guys, I promise, but just around the edges, I just feel like this gives it such a better look. I just feel like it gives it more definition. You guys definitely don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I just feel like it adds so much. And then this right here was really fun to do because of the routed edges right here. I went ahead and I just put this all along the edges, and that was really fun because then it made the shape of this and the routed design really pop. Of course, if you do it to one, you have to do it to all of them, right? Like you've got to. Okay, this one I might have been a little bit heavier, probably because I went so light on the first one that I couldn't handle not doing it on this one. I probably had to do it on at least one of them and just give it a really heavy hand of distressing. But for the white ones, guys, come on, really? Like the stained ones probably could just get away with it, but the white, sometimes it's just so much white. Like it's so clean. I don't know if you guys live your life in a way that you can have white things and they actually look and stay nice, but I don't. And so I think it just felt odd that it was so nice and white. So I just had to distress it. Here are all of the risers done and in their completed states. And so you guys can let me know what you think about these with the risers, with the bead risers, and then the other two little ones. I believe that actually, yeah, that was 4. That was 4, right? I think I said 4 risers. That was risers 4 ways, I believe. Maybe I miscounted. I was never really good in math, but I believe it was risers 4 ways. For this last DIY, it ended up being one of my favorite, and it was so simple, you guys. My husband had some scrap 2x4s, and so I just went out into my wood shop and I cut them down to the size that I wanted to, the height size. And then I also just used my miter saw to give myself this roof line right here. And then I just sanded the edges. I'm so sorry I didn't have any footage of this because I wasn't really planning on sharing this one. I was just testing this out, and then when I ended up loving it, I was like, well, yep, we're gonna use it. So I'm going to give this a layer of white chalk paint, let that dry really well. I'm going to tell you my instructions really quickly because I want to do my end segment right here while you guys are watching the end of this video. So I really will just let you guys watch this project. After painting it, I used my Cricut and just cut out something from Design Studio, you'll see here in just a minute, and then stenciled this on, glued it together, and tied a cute little piece of rope around it. And I ended up loving this, you guys. It's one of my favorites. But real quickly, I'm sorry that I didn't get my end segment filmed at the end of the video like I usually do, but I'm telling you, I almost did not get a Christmas video out, and I just wanted to get it out and going. But I am going to share with you guys what I found on the internet, which is called the Kids Pep Line. There is an elementary school that did this cute little project where they did a pep line. You can call this phone number, and I'll make sure that it's linked on the screen and down below. Linked, I guess it'll put it on the screen. But I'm going to show you, this is a legit thing. It is not a spam call. I'm going to call it with you guys right now and save the number. And this is amazing. Like, here you go, guys. Make sure, let's put it on speakerphone. Make sure.
Welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project by Westside School. Bienvenidos a Pep Talk, un proyecto creado por los estudiantes de Westside School.
Para un mensaje feliz, presiona 5.
Please listen to the following options for encouraging messages.
It's a tree.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you need words of encouragement and life advice, press 2.
Life advice.
If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3. If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. To hear how awesome you look, press 6.
Oh my gosh.
For bonus pep talks, press 7.
They're so good, you guys.
To donate, press 0.
I'm going to press 6.
For you look better than a star in the sky. Lady, you're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbows are jealous of you.
Yes.
Bro, you're looking great.
Right?
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous,
Okay,
press 1.
that was number 6. Let's
If you
do number
needed
3.
words of encouragement. You can do it! Keep trying! Don't give up! If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1.
Okay, we're going to press 1.
If you needed words of encouragement. Well, when you're feeling mad, you should take 3 deep breaths and think of things that make you happy. The thing that makes me happy is when, and I think of happy things will happen in the future, like going to a friend's house or a cousin's house. Bye. If you're frustrated, just take 5 minutes off. If you're frustrated, you can always go to your bedroom, punch a pillow, or cry on it, and just go scream outside.
Oh, yep. It's a good one.
If you're nervous, go get your wallet and spend it on ice cream and shoes.
Atta girl.
If you feel mad or frustrated, you can do what you want to do best, or you can do flips on the trampoline. If you feel mad, please just
Do something that you like. Do something inspires you.
Inspires you. Okay, guys, I'm going to hang up because I'm going to run out of room on my video. But that is a legit thing. Is that not the cutest thing ever? Like, how will that not just completely turn your day around? Go through all of them. They are great. It's a cute project that this elementary school has done to just basically, like, it's the kids' pep line. And it's for all of those things. If you feel mad, angry, nervous, sad, if you just need to hear how awesome you are. You guys, it's darling. It's the cutest thing ever. So go call it and listen to all of them, because I'm telling you, it will make your entire day, or it will make your entire day better. All right, you guys, I am going to run out of time. I hope you liked these DIYs. Thank you guys so much for watching, for being here, for your support. If you guys like this video, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And I hope you guys have a great day. Wow, I just realized that my video is so shaky, I've got to cut that out. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.